Uh, yeah. I installed Google Drive onto my PC, and I swear it keeps reinstalling itself. It takes up a hard drive. Um, I get why. I get why. It's still there, but uninstall. Yes, uninstall. You must quit the software. Exit. Uninstall. Uninstall. Yes. Install. There we go. It comes up as a hard drive, and the reason it's annoying is because sometimes I plug in and out my external drive, which means when it gets plugged in, so I have some things that reference a drive on my PC. That reference this hard drive. Like I have an external hard drive right here, and I've used this bad boy for quite a while now. And the issue with that, and why that's annoying, is because when I've unplugged it and I start my computer, then Google Drive turns on, it comes up as a whole hard drive, and it labels it the same label as that if it's not plugged in. So now things like in OBS, like my frame that you can't see, it tries to reference it to a hard drive that actually hasn't got that in the drive. Ah. You know what? I need to hire or just pay someone to make me UI elements. I don't think it's the most important thing on a stream. I do know people like it. But like, because I know people are gonna be here because. Are you seriously still not coming up as the the E drive? Sorry. Can I? The iDriver. What's it called? New volume. CFI. Change letter. E. Okay. Yes. Nice. It's now my E drive. Hey, look, my banner's back. Ba 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 ba. Yeah. I've got 2 alcoholic beverages here made with black British tea. Iced tea, I guess I should say. This one, it was actually a normal iced tea with milk. And then I added some vanilla. Well, it's got like an. Oh, cinnamon. That's what that is. A vanilla liqueur. A vanilla and cinnamon liqueur. I couldn't put my finger on what it tasted like. It's clearly cinnamon. And this one's a raspberry. So that one had milk in it. This, because I wasn't actually going to put alcohol in it. Then I made this one, and I didn't put any milk in it. And then I put the cream liqueur in it, because cream liqueur is milk. I believe so anyway. So correct me if I'm incorrect in that. And basically, it's. I thought curdled. Then it hasn't. I spilled some on myself. It's black tea with white and raspberry cream liqueur. Right, white chocolate and raspberry. It's very good. I've been trying different things with tea. I've been trying boba, now cream liqueurs, iced tea. I've never really been into iced tea. I should probably do up this button so you guys aren't getting a nice look-see of my hairy chest. Oh, wait. Oh, that's the max button on this one. Let's fix up the stream properly. Oh, I forgot to correct the information on my stream about lo-fi music. You know what? We're not going to play lo-fi music today. We are going to play video game playlists. Wait, I don't think I have the playlist in there. I don't know why it took me 3 attempts to get Spotify web player. Oh, Devil May Cry. Okay, copyright free. See, there's a lot of music. So there's a lot of music in this list. I'm not too. We'll fix the stream first, and we'll say that we're streaming. Depending on how late I want to stay, I might even swap to gaming at some point. If I'm not invited to do something, because I know someone wants to play Counter-Strike with me. I'll be honest, I just am not that interested in shooting games anymore. I just think they're the most boring genre now. And I like puzzle games. And I think shooting games are boring. I was enjoying playing BattleBits yesterday. I'll enjoy anything. And I will likely not find anything boring. As I just said, I'm very into puzzle games too. So anyone very into puzzle games has enough patience, and the game doesn't need to be really exciting to enjoy. Hey. Test. There it goes. Get my... Oh, Substance isn't even at the bottom of my taskbar anymore. Reason for that, I won't go through why. Let's post the stream. Ba-ba-da-ba. Tutorials, announcements, add everybody. Paste. Oh. What? How did I... What? How did I copy something and it copied nothing? That's interesting. Boom. We are ready for people to join. Now let's find some music. So, Spotify playlist. We're going to get rid of... I don't really like... don't get me wrong. I like listening to Terraria music when playing it. I have to admit, I'm not too into it when listening to it in the background. So I'm going to get rid of all that. Oh. Can I not... Have we got the Spotify app? Yeah, we do. Am I allowed to do Spotify playlists? Like, this is all music that people don't usually... It's one of those things where it's like, I'm technically distributing the music. Maybe I'll just have to do it on YouTube instead. We'll find a YouTube playlist. I think I have a YouTube playlist. In fact, you can copy these playlists over and it will try to find them on YouTube. So, I might do that. So let me continue removing. Ah, there you go. Bloody Valley's fine. We're going to get rid of all the Persona stuff. We're going to get rid of the Final Fantasy stuff. Ratchet Clake's fine. I think there's just certain type of music I'd rather hear on stream. We're going to keep some of the rock music, just because I really like them. Do I want to... I mean, the Persona music's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty chill. Yeah, Animal Crossing. Cool, let's just play this. No shuffle? Oh, it's already shuffling. Oh. Go to open recent. Is that, you know what, I'm going to turn it up for you guys a little bit. Turn it down for me. Oh, actually, no. What I could do is just literally turn down my PC. Okay. We are here and we are ready. My phone just vibrated. You know what I've been looking for? I've been really wanting. Oh, I got all the stuff to repair. I've been like getting out all my old. I've been trying to find them. I actually don't know where a bunch actually are. I don't know where a bunch actually are. Oh my god, some people are selling. So what I've been doing, I'll say this first, is I've been looking at buying some Switch games, because I haven't bought Switch games despite having a Switch for as long as I have. I've had like 3 games for God knows how long, because I don't like buying Switch games because they're so expensive. And I thought one day, you know what, why don't I just see if people are selling them secondhand on Facebook Marketplace? I think cleaned up a 3DS that my friend gave me as a thank you. I won't go through why. My old PSP with no battery because the battery exploded. Well, I say exploded, it like inflated. I bought a replacement. I bought the wrong one, sending that back and buying another one. So we're getting a replacement for the battery on that. I turned it on. The actual replacement battery worked. It was just too big. And my old Game Boy, which I freaking love the Game Boy. But I know we had a lot of games for this, and I have no idea where they are. I've been trying to look for that as well. Today's actually stuff is really boring. I need to... What is wrong with my chair? I feel like I'm sitting really weird. I do need a new chair. I'm going to get a new one soon. I've been spending extra money lately to make myself feel better about losing my past job. Which sounds counterintuitive, spending money because I lost a job. So now I haven't got income coming in, but I'm spending money anyway. Yeah, so I could actually finish these, you know. Oh, I finally went to the doctors, or hospital, should I say. Oh, I should pop out the chat as well, so I can have it over here. That environment? There it is. So... all I can see when I see that fish is that singing fish. I never saw... Actually, no, I have seen this. Have I seen a singing fish in real life? Website. Oh, you know what? I really want... The chair I want is this, because it's velvet, yes. But they got other velvet ones. Probably like this one then. But I don't trust this website anymore. This is a company I bought. Was that stock? Company I bought. Oh, this one isn't. I bought. What did I buy? I can see. I literally bought this one from them. And the back, when I get mega hot. I don't remember my old velvet one getting very hot. I mean, I like LA Mega Cool, man. I like really padded chairs. This is the first chair I've had that's membrane. What's this material called? Membrane? I can't remember, but this is the... I wouldn't call this an uncomfortable chair, but it is not a comfortable chair. At least not for me. This chair made me realize I do not get fake leather. I've had fake leather in the past. This chair made me realize that padded chairs, for me anyway, is a million times better. Now, a lot of people I've heard say these kind of chairs are really good are people who don't sit at a PC as long as I do. I'm at a PC. Let me think. Bed 8 hours. 24, 16, then maybe 2 hours away from it. 3 hours if we've gone to exercise that day. Let's say 4. Let's say 4 hours additionally on that. So I'm sitting at a PC for 12 hours of the day. This chair has made me realize a very padded chair is the way to go for me. Because I'm a lounger as well, right? I lean back when I do stuff. Having a back that's just membrane and I'm just constantly leaning back on it, it just feels kind of hard. Because it's just like thin pieces of fabric, like, sort of pushing back at me. So yeah, I would like to get... Oh, I probably shouldn't show that. It looked part of my address. Get back to Amazon. Yeah. Computer chair. So I think I'm going to go B&Q and see if they've got any. My problem is when you type in computer chair there, you either get these types. Pizza ball. Or you get gamer chairs. Which actually isn't coming up right now. Funnily enough, my dad has a gamer chair because my brother gave it to him. It was his old one. I'm pretty sure it's like a £300 chair. I could be wrong. I'm not a fan. It's Secret Labs, I think. I've seen a lot of stuff on these kind of chairs. And that was actually quite affordable considering what I usually see about them. Yeah, that's the kind of one that, like, I see people pay for. It's like 300 quid. And I see people talking about them. And 9 out of 10 reviews I see just basically say they're not worth it. For the price range and for what you get, you may as well get... Because, like, I think a big problem is slapping the word gamer on things. Like, just because something says gamer doesn't mean it's better. It's like saying gaming PC. A gaming PC is just a better PC. You know, remember? I remember explaining that to somebody years ago. Somebody who didn't know much about computers and stuff in general. And they were like, oh, I want to spend this much on a computer. And they said something about gaming PCs. So, but I don't want a gaming PC. I was like, you're going to make a gaming PC with that money. I don't want one though. I was like, all right, so a gaming PC just means a better PC. A gaming PC... in most scenarios, just means you're putting a good graphics card in it. Like, it's not a notebook, because a notebook is just basically meant for reading, Word, and exploring the internet. A gaming PC is a PC meant for pretty much anything above that. I don't like the term gaming for devices, unless they specifically are gaming. Like, you may be able to say that this is a gaming microphone because it's got all the RGB and everything, and I can understand it for that. Crazy Labs, a crazy price. So I had a customer who bought a 500 Yeah, it was alright, but rigid. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's alright. It's kind of like a lot of Apple products. A lot of Apple products are pretty good, but the price range doesn't reflect how much they should cost, right? I was actually researched that recently. They've got one of the highest markups in the mobile industry. They sell their mobile phones higher than their production cost, more than most other companies. And it's probably the similar of like Secret Labs and maybe Alienware. I remember Alienware charging more. You know what? Razer. I think Razer are good again. I can't remember. But Razer devices at one point were quite expensive, but still made out of really cheap material. And I liked Razer devices, but I bought 2 mice that broke the exact same way. They both split right across, I think it was that button. So not even the button I used the most, right? The right one, right-clicking. I left-click more. I'm pretty sure they broke on the right, and they broke right across there. Like, just got, like, started getting worse and worse and worse, and it snapped. Both broke the exact same way. I then had a headphones, and I can't remember which one. It was the same on both those. So it was either left or right. But I remember someone telling me and giving me advice on, oh, do not break your headset, do this. So when you take off a headset, you do this. You grab the headphones, you pull them apart, stretching up here, and then you place it on your head. Similarly, I mean, you can pull it off without doing that, I guess. But most people, because it's the function of them, you're going to grab them, pull them off. Now, these, from what I remember, can bend really far. Like, these are very durable headphones. I'm not going to do it too far because I can't remember. I remember seeing some, I think it was this headphone, bend them quite a lot and they were really good. I think they were the Razer Krakens. They'll probably be more expensive now than when I bought them. Damn, 40 quid, that's pretty good. I think I probably bought them around the 50, 60 quid mark. They broke here, right? Like, it's hard to tell in this one because this one's just designed differently. But basically, like here, because it was all plastic. But the plastic part connected to this part here snapped. The exact same spot twice. And that's why I will never buy Razer again. I bought 2 devices from them twice. I'm pretty sure I had the Kraken headset 3 times actually breaking the same way. Because I think they gave me a free replacement. So 5 products breaking the exact same way every single time. And I will just never buy them again. Mine did the same, right? Right, Vinny? Like, if they broke in a different way, I think I'd be a little bit more, oh, you know, coincidence. Maybe I was a bit rough on them. But the fact that all devices I bought from Razer have broke the exact same way every single time I've repurchased that device, it's not coincidence. It's just bad build quality. That's just what it is. So I'll never buy one again. Because for the price you pay for Razer products, you should get good build quality. At least good. I'm not saying amazing, especially for like some of the prices, right? Like if you bought it 40 quid, I mean, with its RRP at 80 quid, it should be worth 80 quid worth of build quality. If it breaks the same way, I just don't agree that that's 80 quid worth of build quality. Such a stupid trend. Why the hell would you brand a mousepad? Yeah, gaming. I hate the trend gaming. And it's like, the stuff just looks so funny to me. Gaming. You know what? We'll go to our new layout. Even a new layout, I don't have a background for it. If anyone has any recommendation for making a background, I'll show you what it looks like. The layout for this kind of layout. Hit me up. Because this is my webcam layout. So when I'm talking and we're just doing something small and I'm just basically just communicating, we will use this layout. So what I'm doing now, we're just on Amazon and you don't need a full screen to look at everything. And it shows off some of my art on the right. The bottom right, I should probably have like my art station and stuff, but I don't know what the backdrop color should be. I don't know what to use. I'm terrible at graphics design. People don't believe me when I say that. I will try to do something graphics design, and it looks like a freaking someone whose first touch Photoshop has made. I just can't make stuff look good when it comes to graphics design. Hey man, been a while. How have you been? I'm pretty good, Sora. It has been a while. I lost my job recently. I can't talk about it, unfortunately, so I won't be. Well, actually, I can, but I'm not going to talk about it. out of respect for the deceased company, because that's what happened. The company closed. So I'm jobless, but I have a lot of money saved up, so I'm just chilling at the moment. I did a game jam that was 7 days long. I did an art test that was 5 days long, so I'm still keeping up with some art, and now I'm doing some streaming. I don't know why, but this eye here, I think it's just the way that the glasses is hitting. It looks like distorted. Like the eye doesn't look like it's in the right position. Yeah, you see that? It's almost like it's being pulled forward because of how strong my lenses are. Anyways, well, you also seem to have lost some weight. You noticed? Oh my god. Thank you. I have lost a little bit, actually. I'm still a chubby boy, but one Christmas I was weighing probably around 17 stone, and then I'm now down to under 14 stone. So I've lost over 3 stone, sorry. So yeah, that was pretty good. I'm going to the gym lately too.
Hello. Thank you for buying our soundtrack. If you own a hat in time, check out the hat.
I forgot that's one of the ends of the video. What? Can I not zoom into my OBS more? No. Oh, and that reminds me, I shouldn't be hiding that. Lurking, but hey, I made it. Hey, Wolf. My dev had it broken every imaginable way possible. I had to fix it so many times, had to resolder all the connections. You know what? I think that's really cool if you're savvy enough. Tech savvy enough? Because I've done that before. Taking parts, as long as my dad had one, because I don't have my own soldering iron. Soldering parts back onto like motherboard, I think is really cool. Yeah, one of them, the scroll was getting it was breaking. I don't think it was the thing to go. Oh my god, yeah, 5.5 years. I've been here for a while now. I'm still not a successful artist. I can show you some of my past projects if you want. I like checking out my art station. Everyone hates it, and I'm always like, yeah, let's look at my art station. It doesn't automatically go to mine now. Because I looked at that guy's once. Also, why am I not signed in? I don't know if there's any website that does that to you guys, but sometimes it will just sign me out. I even know your head is like a foot tall on my wall right now. Oh, I mean your projector. That's awesome. You know what? I'd like to, looking at this guy's actual environment, I'd like to make some more of these, because that was fun. I did it in a very short time frame. I made that entire environment. So for those of you who've not seen it, which I'm about to show, I still remember was you building that pirate ship with the scroll on the table. Oh, okay. Yeah, right, Rat? It signs me out all the time. Okay, so if we go all, actually. So I've done 4, I guess, since then. Technically did a character 2, which I never finished, but he was quite fun. I should finish him. Yeah, we finished the pirate ship. You know what, though? In an art test, I was told that the mugs are way too small, and he's right. The mugs look tiny. I don't know how I didn't realize that before. Like, look how big the bread is compared to a mug and the cheese. That mug needs to be like 50% bigger. I think I measured it to the girl's hand, but she was quite a small character, so it's probably a bad idea. Let's speed it up so we're not here too long. Oh, I could go 2 times. Definitely. Oh. YouTube video is like lagging out. My brother is playing League on right now, but once I get on my PC, I think I could hop in a call on Discord, or you could help me with 1 or 2 things I'm trying to get done. Sure, I won't do it while on stream, but yeah, I don't mind. I've got the chat room on the Discord we could always jump into. Not as long as it's not a super long sesh. If it's like tutoring, I I usually charge for it, especially because I'm out of work right now. But if it's like small, like just a quick helping you on something, yeah, I don't mind. It is not like being 2 times. It's like keeps like jittering. But yeah, anyways, this was this scene, and at the end point, like you just see the entire ship. But since then, because I didn't do too much, because I was obviously working. But since then, I made this guy, which was super fun. As always, I use concept art to make everything because I'm a terrible artist. I can't make things up in my head. I have to have a drawing in front of me to make things. And I can't draw either, so... I think the biggest thing is I could probably learn to draw. But the problem with that is I'd still need a reference to draw from, because I don't have the imagination part of my brain, or at least my physical functionality, to make something that's just from my mind. So yeah, the original concept was this. I think I did a good job matching what we wanted. That's pretty much the same for me. I can't draw, so I went over to being a 3D artist. If I could draw, oh, I still remember what I asked you way back then. Getting you to teach me something for around 150 to 200 euros. So I'd also like to come back to that in a month. Got my training done and landed a job that pays good. Have you got a job in the gaming industry? Because well done. Because it's super hard over here. Made this guy very quick on stream. I was demonstrating making... Okay. What was it before? Oh, there it is. I was demonstrating making stuff you can find on your desk. And I said, if you need concepts or physical things, reference is really important. Even if you're the best 3D artist in the world, you will never get a better reference than holding something in your hand. You should always find a reference anyway. And I said, if you want to model something and you can literally hold it, then you can look at every part of it and design it. And as you can see, it's not perfect because I didn't spend too long making it, but we made something that resembles that. You know what? We'll swap over the screens, by the way, so you can actually see a bit more. There you go. No, I'm too bad at that part. It's an IT job for... Oh, okay. You know what? I kind of want an IT job. I want an IT job for a while. I'd like a tech job. I know how to repair and put PCs together. I think there's like this thing where there's a lot of people who get into art, like digital art or programming stuff, and you kind of just figure out how to do stuff like repairing pieces and stuff as a... Wow, what word am I looking for? I was going to say a co-product. As a... Oh my god. Well, basically, in a simpler way of saying it, when you learn to do those things, you tend to learn how to put a computer together and how to repair PCs when things go wrong. Especially if you're like a poor... So it sounds being a poor person, because you're not going to... Every time your PC has something wrong with it, you just don't have the funds to send it off to be repaired. So instead, you learn to repair it yourself. And the same with putting a PC together. If you want a really good PC, but you want to make it affordable, you learn to put it together yourself. So, yeah. But yeah, no, I'm complete. If you want to pay me for a session, that's completely fine. Obviously, depending on the session length and what you need me for, will depend on costs. I like to try to make what I'm doing affordable for people, because at the end of the day, when it comes to educating people in a larger amount of people, I always want that to be free. That's why I make free YouTube videos. But at the end of the day, I gotta eat. So when it comes to one-on-one sessions and it's taking up my time, my personal time, one-to-one, like a 1 hour or 2 hour session, I do tend to charge for that. Anyways, friends, Simpsons room was next. This is an actual environment I made for NVIDIA. They paid me to put together an environment of Simpsons. That's probably one of the better shots. Actually, do I have the original NVIDIA one, or did I hide it? Oh, I must have hid it. Oh, no, I didn't. There it is. It actually looked like this to begin with, because it was ray tracing. true, not eating a given 3 sessions would come to weight loss. I think what's madness to me recently is I keep looking up jobs, right? Like, let's go to... I could probably show you right now. Can I? Let's go to Indeed. I don't think you can go to LinkedIn without being signed in, but I think you can with Indeed. Let's go Indeed. And let me type in 3D artist job. I know this isn't on your screen right now. I don't really want to put my location in. Oh, you know what? I could put in United Kingdom. Most of you know I'm from here, so that's fine. Alright, so let's have a look. So programmer, can't do that. Art technician. Fine art technician. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, okay. No, not me. Wait, hold on a minute. 3D artist, yeah, okay. 3D games artist might help. Programmer, games, 3D artist, UK. This is actually going to be a good one now, isn't it? I'm actually not applying for roles right now because I want to go abroad, and at the end of the day, if I get a job, I want to go abroad for a month. I want to go to Japan for a month. So if I go and a job says, like, we need you to start during that time frame, I'm like, well, I want to go away, so I'm not really applying right now. Art, model, texture, materials, range, game assets include characters and environments. Well, it's just called games artist. Already, our first one is expecting you to be a prop artist, environment artist, and a games artist. Does it want you to put environments together? At least 2 shipped games. Damn, it's not even a senior role. My God. Sheesh. I think every job should legally say what price the job is paying. I hate this whole competitive salary. Competitive salary just means they want to pay you as little as possible for your skill set. That's it. If they're not telling you what they want to pay you, it means they don't want to pay you as much as you should be getting. Character artist, yeah. At least that one's specific. I almost keep saying Pacific, and obviously Pacific Ocean. It's not the correct word. I don't know when I got into that habit. Asset artist. Jesus. Special breed. 3D modeler. Assets are built quickly and must be highly optimized for real-time workflow in Maya. You can do all of that. Character, environment, props, vehicles. You just don't find jobs. Everyone wants a generalist these days. You just don't seem to find jobs that are not... It doesn't want you to do a lot of things. These are actually tame. Usually I keep finding ones that want you to do a lot more than just this. I could do all of that. I could even make characters. It's just not my forte. I was explaining to, like, a programmer recently. Don't get me wrong, programmers have a lot of work to do too. But I was explaining to a programmer that I have to know, if I want to be flexible and have a higher chance of finding work, I have to know so much software, right? And I said to them, I wonder if I could find the list. I said to them, if I want to appeal to a larger job market, I need to know how to use 3ds Max, Maya, Blender, ZBrush, Mudbox, Houdini, Modo, Cinema 4D, Photoshop, Illustrator, Substance Designer, Substance Paint, Marmoset Toolbag, Mixer, 3D Coat, Unity, and Unreal Engine. And then in those softwares, such as Unity and Unreal Engine, I then need to know how to do lighting art, optimization, importing all your assets, obviously, level design, environment art, making particles, making materials. And there's probably some stuff I can't even think of. So how many softwares is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 17 softwares I need to learn. Now, don't get me wrong. Programmers still need to learn a lot of stuff. But I think people just forget how much stuff an artist, if they want to be accepted to a much larger medium of jobs, needs to know. It's huge. Also, yeah, they also want you to do work for a whole team without paying for a whole team. Exactly. I had to look at my notes. What? God. Little man, the 2 things I need to help with is how to get it done in UE5 to get animation. I think Mixmo got a bit too complicated, and how to do a specific platform, basically Seesaw, but I don't know how to set up. Oh, okay. So yeah, so it's just like crazy how much you need to know as a 3D artist, and which is hilarious because I've known seniors, older seniors usually, like 50, 60-year-olds, and all they know how to do is 3D model or draw or one specific thing, like just like basic 2D animation, right? That is demoralizing. I think a big part of it is England. Oh, actually, I think you are English. You can find your way into jobs that specifically only want one thing. I've known prop modelers to get jobs just as a prop modeler. It's difficult, and they are once in a blue moon, but you can find one. At least from my experience of looking, and I've been looking for, what, 5 to 7 years now. And it's just like... I mean, if you're amazing at something, if you're like truly amazing at environment art, you probably will just be hired as an environment artist. I was fortunate I'm Dutch. Hopefully there's roles over there then. Yeah, and it's just like, I just feel sorry for people. Like, I can feel sorry for myself as much as I want, but I feel sorry for everybody. Like, I've said it before, there were 60 artists on my course, and from what I'm aware of today, maybe 7 of them, including myself and my friend who I got a job for, maybe 7 of them found work. Like... I won't count that person. He pretty much started his own company, so he didn't find work. Maybe 5? No, 6. 6. Out of about 60 people, only 6 of us found work. So that means 90% of people, despite some of them trying really hard, couldn't even find a 3D art job. And it's because stuff like this exists, where they expect so much from you. Can you not put a different location in? Do most work from your place and potentially either move or stay? The problem is the remote work, is a lot of places don't want to do remote work because there's a lot more legality involved in hiring people from other countries, and you got to go through a bit more hoops when doing it. After maybe Brexit as well, I don't know how easily it is to work for European countries. I've worked for German companies already, but I know even he said there was a lot of things he had to go through to help me work there. Oh, free training. Heck yeah. Character animation and motion graphics. Is that what you're as a 3D generalist? Oh my god. Speculative artist. You should be experienced in 1 or more. Okay. So 3D and that's it. Or maybe some VFX. I thought it was going to say you needed all of these because I've seen jobs that ask for that. Okay, that's fine. I could actually apply for that job. I'm not applying for jobs right now. I want to find a really bad one. See, that's all fine. Props, architecture, geology, foliage, or materials. Or as well, not and. Yeah, that's pretty good. These places aren't proving my points. Environment artist. Assets. That's me. Well, they're not too bad today, but usually you will find jobs where it's asking you to be like 7 different jobs, and they only want to pay you for 1. Wait, I want to study game development such as design. How do they expect me to find a job if you can't even find one? It's really weird because I get people from companies look at my work and look at the way I do stuff, and they say, wow, you're pretty good. Now, they probably don't say I'm amazing. Some of them have, but I think they're just being nice. So it's clear that other artists who already work at other jobs seem to think I'm capable. But I can't find work. Maybe it's because I got 2 first names. Maybe Stephen Christopher, because they say don't trust a man with 2 first names. Is that the saying? Never trust a man with 2 first names, yeah. Maybe that's why. Maybe they see that I got 2 first names and they're just like, nope. Let's actually get some work done. Yeah, I just don't know what it is. I really just want to find some good work. And it just feels impossible. possible. Lamp, shade, back, large, window. So one thing I've come to terms with actually making, so everything in props folder. So the way I did it the way I did it this time was I wanted to make everything. Now I don't know if this is even close to being a good way to do it. I wanted to make everything that was considered a prop on one texture sheet, and I didn't want to use an atlas and stuff because it would have been hard to do that anyway because I want to have manually paint shadows and stuff, right? So I couldn't really use an atlas even if I wanted to. And I was like, okay, we're going to just throw it onto one sheet and we're just going to paint and go for it. And so far, this is 2K. So far, even at a 2K resolution, it's the quality I wanted. I want my game to be stylized as some color, then your explanation always are really good. So do you mean this kind of stylized? Or do you mean this kind of stylized? Because I have a very, very basic video that goes over a very simple asset. Oh, let's hide just in case it shows anything that I've been watching that's weird. You know what? It's not that sometimes I watch like weird. It's that I watch something and then it recommends a bunch of weird videos. I'm like, Steve's tutorials. Steve's tutorials height. I assume that was searching for height map or height thingy. Steve's tutorials. Stylized asset. Creating a simple stylized asset. Oh, so I've got like this very short series, which is it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you end up with it looking like. Oh, look at oh, that was so early on in that environment. That's so cool. But yeah, by the time I'm done, it's like this asset on the table. I am better at doing this kind of stuff now, admittedly. But you still end up with. Come on, just take your color back. You still end up with something like this. See, that's something more. That's better. Oh, it's 3DX. Yeah, this guy's really good. I mean, I'd recommend watching that too. But if you do want to watch like of mine, I have another video somewhere. I know I do. How did you do the clouds? Oh, the clouds were just like how I did the cloud tutorial. That's not how you spell it. They were just on like this video. But you can't do that in UE5 anymore. You can. You might be able to do it in 5.3 because 5.3 have brought back tessellation. So you might be able to do it again. But that's basically how I did it. Steve. Look at that, Steve. Videos. I swear I have a different video of showing how to make a stylized asset. Oh my god, I put that water shader up 3 years ago now? My god. I've really just, working at the company I worked at, I've really just like been away, really, haven't I? Making a stylized material of high and low poly model. Probably this one. Because as long as you've got your high poly, so if you don't know how to make the high poly, but if you've got your high poly, you just basically bake it down and then take the information. Oh wow, look at the sliders here. That looks way nicer. But yeah, I've got some videos showing how to do it. This is all hand painted, so this is like, it's quite simple on how I do it. It's just like you. So let's get an example over here. All I'm doing in this environment, which is sorry about that. I pushed the arrows to move, and then you can't do that. I just select the color, so let's do that. I actually want to do something now. I wanna. How do I make it so? Because I like making it so the stream. Let me see. Sorry, I'm just distracted now because I want to change something. It's hard to create a system like that. When it rains in game, the floor assets close, so also get wet and dry once it stops. To program it, yes. To make the art for it, no. Because the way you make art for it is you just need a shader that makes the top surface of it wet. You can make it so over time it makes the edges go wet as well, but that's just using then a local position shader, and then you basically just tell it to merge those two together, and then maybe you do like water droplet effects as well, so like that. But in general, it's just top surface and then overall making the entire thing wet. The hard part is in programming, telling it when that needs to happen. So when the event of it raining happens, you start turning up. So the longer that weather condition's on, so if you've got a value between 1 and 0, and like when it's dry out, when it's not raining, it's a 0, and when it's raining, it turns to 1, you then take that information and say, because that value is at 1, we want to take that material parameter and can increase that between two values. So let's say 1 is wet and 0 is dry, and you want to increase that 0 by 0.1 every 10 seconds for however long the value of 1 of it raining being on for. Does that make sense? I don't know how to do any of that. Well, I know how to do the material side of it. I don't know how to do the programming side of it. I know that's basically what you're telling it to do. I don't know how to implement it. You're pretty good at explaining stuff you think making you do. I've been offered to do courses and I've declined because I think this stuff should be free. Maybe I should just make a free course on YouTube, but I personally think education in this sort of regard, like I said, a one-on-one, I will charge people, but in this kind of scenario, I don't want to charge people because I think it should be free. I think so much for students or people wanting to learn, even as a hobby, it should be free. I think people should only really be charged as soon as they're earning lots of money and they are able to afford these things. Because at the end of the day, making this kind of stuff cost money is your gatekeeping learning how to be a 3D artist, and I think that's terrible. Because I think everyone should have the freedom to become basically what they want. Because it costs enough money to buy all the stuff you need. Subscription plans, computers, like... Where do I get to my live dashboard? YouTube live dashboard. Hey, I got there. Okay. Okay. So, what I want to do is do this. How much do you charge one-on-one? It doesn't depend on the project. It depends more on the context of the conversation and how long you want to talk for. For an hour of my time, I'd say around 20 quid. But maybe less depending if I can offer that. But I mean, if you're sending me files and stuff and getting me to do things, obviously way more, obviously more. But to sit there and chat with you for like an hour, I'd say like 20 quid. But I mean, if you have any questions, I can answer for you now. I do this for free. So if you do have any questions you want to ask me, ask away. And you won't have to pay me anything. Which is fine. Obviously, like any normal human being, I like money. But... money! And why did you open a second Krusty Krab? Money. Right, so yeah, all I'm going to do is literally... just grab the color. So what I did was I... oh, it's on the other side. I did a color grab, and then I just grabbed the color of that on the other monitor. And I'm just going to do that on all the parts. I want a flat color for now. So we want this part to be... yeah. There is no way that's that color. What? Really? Wow. And that's like here. So because we're looking at an image... oh, can I select that? Oh. But the whole thing with this, all three parts of the component, there you go. And then for this, select these, there you go. For certain parts, you want to adjust it so, for example, this needs to be a little bit brighter because the shadow and everything's coming from, well, the shadow area, like here. Some of this, so this actually might need some subsurface scattering on it, but we won't do that right now. I think this needs to be... I want a little bit more saturated. I think I want a little bit more red. Yeah, like that. So just eyeballing things is helpful too. The problem is my monitors are different color. So sometimes I need to go over. Like they've got different, it's just different monitors. Let's have an idea. Let's call it idea A. And I don't know, Jack, SHRT, on how to possibly solve it or get it done. How would you do the one-on-one? Explain how to do it or go on like a video call. Probably a video call. And look at your screen. Yeah. Any of that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's more depending on what you want. If you're like, oh, Steve, I have this problem. I made a road, and for some reason, the texture just looks wrong. You show it to me, like, show your screen, I'm like, oh, okay. And I'll get it on my screen and say, right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to set up a material like this, and it looks like your UVs are placed correctly, so you can either export that out, or you can do it this way, and then I'll just go over it. That's if you're looking for me to just resolve a single issue. Okay, so I'm going to do this on levels now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a blue color. Oh, I'm watching Cyberpunk at the moment, for anyone who's seen it. Really good so far. I'm really enjoying it. These colors are coming out so muted, it's insane. Do that, but I'm going to slightly less mute it. We're going to get position. We're going to sharpen it completely, and then we're going to find the position. There you go. And I want this one to be at the top. And I'm going to very specifically select where I want that to be. Okay. So 6. Which one? Right, okay. So we want it to be like 0.595. 0.6 fine then. Only problem with this is clearly not standing up. Yeah. This is like, is it this? Is it not this? This is another problem with doing it on one texture sheet. It's hard to find what I'm looking at. Oh, what is this? So to clean it up, I could always manually... So I'm going to be exploring it as 4K. I'm only on 2K for performance. So if we actually look at this in 4K, we can see if that comes up quite smooth. I bought a game 2 days ago because it's on sale, and so far pretty happy with it. Oh, what game? Oh, you bought the game. Sorry, I'm an idiot. The Cyberpunk game. Yeah, my Frankie's telling me to play it. I'm completely put off because of the facts of how poorly it did on launch. And I know, because my friend's a very big defender of this. I know that, like, its launch was so bad for the reasons of it just being, like, a bad launch. Like, they just had a lot of issues with the game. And I get that. But my issue, personally, is from what I've seen, the game itself doesn't look that jaw-droppingly amazing. And I'm a very firm Donkey watcher. And Donkey rips into the game a lot because he thinks it's still not very good. And I don't get my entire opinion off of somebody else anyway, but Donkey does seem to share a lot of similar tastes than I do. Donkey is the guy. Yeah, exactly. And he doesn't really like Cyberpunk, so it makes me feel like the possibility of me enjoying it is definitely lower, knowing that somebody I tend to share a very similar opinion with doesn't like it as well. So I could mirror this, or I could just do it manually. It's probably better to just do it manually. Actually, yeah, we're just going to do it manually. I'm actually, I'm a little bit on the Ghost Slayer at the moment because I'm a little bit exhausted from the 3D I've been doing, in all honesty. I did not realize this was filled up. I've got like shot itself out. With my membership, I get free water, and the water's flavored, and I've got coconut and pineapple water. Very good. Very good. Well, it's not free water, but I can go in and get as many refills as I want. My pen dead. Pen. Can't detect the tablet. Oh, is it not plugged in? I unplugged everything earlier. I was cleaning my room. What does the microphone sound like, by the way? I'm always worried it doesn't sound good. I bought a new one since you last saw me, Sora. So I hope it's good. This is like the go-to streamer mic, so if it's not good, then my voice just sucks. I didn't want to plug anything back in at the back of my PC that I didn't know what it was. I don't know if you guys do that, and I just find out later. I have a lot of wires. People talk about like wire management. My wire management, there it is. Is it great? But it's because I got so many things plugged in. Oh, it's on the wrong monitor. What the heck? Drawing on this monitor is coming up on the wrong monitor. It won't let me open the pen tablet. There we go. Monitor what? Monitor 3? Monitor 3. We'll do a quick collaboration. We'll do calibrate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Am I able to draw? I am. Perfect. One thing I want to do. Let's clean the monitor. Oh, there's the spray. Yeah, the new deal is a DLC, right, Moderate? Or is it an update? I was in an interview the other day. I wasn't called it directly, and they weren't insulting me. I would have clarified. It's just how the interview was. What they were requiring me to do was just stuff that I'd never done before. Just because it just happened to be a job interview with that kind of stuff. And hearing someone say that my skill set, again, he didn't say this directly, but it was kind of what he was saying, that my skill set wasn't very versatile. I was like, versatile? Flexible. And I was like, man. In my old job, I was doing every piece of work, but in this new place, it wasn't 3D games are, basically, is the easiest way to describe it. So I was like, man, that's really sad to hear, because my biggest selling point, and the actual company I did an art test for praised me for this in the interview, was how flexible I was. So being told the opposite, I was like, man, that's lame. Again, lame on my own, like from my own sort of perspective. Not anything against the company. At the end of the day, if I can't do if what they were requesting me to do was something I didn't know how to do, of course they're going to say I'm not flexible, because I wouldn't be in their regards. And no, I'm not just saying that because I like don't want to be told off by the company. No, legitly, like at the end of the day, if it's something I've not done before, from their perspective, I'm not going to be amazing. Oh my god, I never get this. Look how big it is here. Then look how big it is here. You'd think they're just like when I get further away. Yeah, I was gonna say, is it based on like how close I am to the surface? It's not. So you'd think they'd like share. What about this one? Oh, but this one is. Oh. That's why it gets bigger the closer you get. Okay, well, that kind of makes sense. Oh, I'm being an idiot anyway. Well, I'm not. That's just the distance. But still. Okay, so what's the pattern here? Yeah, it's just a generic... Wait. Oh, God, which way is the V facing? Is it that way? That's the V hitting the top. No, the V hits the bottom, so and it needs to be thicker. So it needs to be like here. Oh, so if you've ever had this problem where you're trying to draw from the UVs and you get like this line happen here, so the reason it's happening is because for me, it's because of where the start distance is, because I'm trying to do like a smooth brush. I'm pretty sure you can fix that by swapping your alignment method to UV. Ta-da! The stuff you randomly learn, eh? These look kind of warped. They're like slightly thingy. Yeah, like that. That's fine. We're not trying to replicate this exactly, just enough to look like it looks like the environment. At the end of the day, turning anything 2D into 3D is always going to look different. So if you're not too worried, I would say never be too worried about replication. Like making it insanely accurate to what it looks like in the thingy. Because a lot of time people won't even notice, and it saves you a lot more time. But a company would never say that to someone who can only do realistic. But if you only do stylized, not saying you do, then for some reason it can be seen as not being... Yeah, true. I get that. Yeah, we had someone like that. We had a junior in my company, and this person... was only able to really achieve their specific style, and it was a hindrance towards the production because we weren't able to use that person's stuff. We had to keep saying to them, "Oh, we're gonna have to ask you to redo it." And to some people, that may have seemed pretty mean, but at the end of the day, we're not going to use something that we couldn't like use. Another way to really put it. These aren't actually connecting. I've kept them connecting here. They're not. They're more like this. They're like gapped out. So what I should do as well is do one here. Like that. Oh, they do not look very good. Wow. It's like... maybe I should have just drawn it straight onto it. Let's draw it straight onto it. I think that's going to be the better way to do it. We'll keep those ones there just because they're at the back and you won't really see them. Again, we're going to be viewing this from very far away, so it doesn't matter too much about some of this quality. As long as you can see it from the distance we're going to be viewing it from, that's all that really matters. So when we're all the way back here looking at it, as long as you can see that that's the thing, that's fine. Although, the more I look at it now, the more I realize there's just a lot more of them. And it's thinner. Yeah. Let's redo that. Get rid of that. We need to definitely lower this. Was it this direction? Yeah. Yeah, like that. We want to paint that. Wait. So we want to duplicate this as well. Wait, what did I just duplicate? Wrong thing. I'm going to duplicate this. We want to invert. We want to find the spot where they're inverting. That's the bottom. Problem is, you're seeing it from like, oh, I've modeled this wrong. That's fine. From looking at it now, it looks like like I've got it so it comes into like a full shape. It looks like it goes like that and stops, right? But it doesn't actually bend all the way around. I could fix that. Because technically I'm only cutting off some some part of the model, so it should be fine. But in reality, what it looks like it's actually doing is something more like this. Oh well, the inside as well. Right. That makes more sense, to be fair. How did that not select that face? Problem is now it's going to be creating geometry here, so let's find it on the map. I mean, technically, I don't need to create geometry here. Technically. You know what? Well... Oh. What? Oh, no. Very silly of me, very silly of me. Just want to unwrap this. Wow. I thought it would at least try to make it go flat. What? I'm surprised it's come out so poor. Where's that face? Select everything that's... Oh, yeah, I left a gap as well. I mean, that's probably going to be fine. Well, especially if I average out some of these as well. That light bulb is way too high poly. Oh, well. You know, after seeing Starfield's geometry, I'm not too worried about some of the poly counts anymore. Select everything. Have you guys played Starfield? What do you think? I asked that as if you guys were instantly going to say yes. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're going to say no. So that should be everything there. If we now select this, we can find this. We can find the empty spot. We find the empty spot we got it from, which was over here. We can try to squeeze it in. Because, again, it's very solid color, I'm not too worried about squeezing down this UV shell. Cool. Now let's select that all, save, file, export, FBX. Corner, selected object. Corner scene doesn't have it in here. That's interesting. Entire scene. What we're gonna do... My substance has been crashing a lot lately, but we're gonna save it. Oh. We're good, we're good. I'm gonna do file, open recent, and 90% edit, project configuration. Wanna see an entire thingy. Okay. Re-import. Fail to triangulate polygons. Oh. We'll see if that works. Okay, so the only thing wrong is that's clearly got its UVs moved. Otherwise, everything else looks fine, which is exactly what we're looking for. I like how this really turned out. It's really basic, but I really like how it turned out. So we go to props. What we've got to do, which is going to be a bit long-winded, but what we've got to do is click bake. It's separated a little bit at the bottom. Alcohol. Yummy. Then we're going to go 4K to go a bit faster. And we'll just need to bake everything. Bake. Open world is general rule that you want points on the map to be roughly 40 seconds walk apart, but Starfield is 5 minutes, so the game feels really dull. Really? Have you played it? Because I've actually got Game Pass. I've installed it. Because I want to give it a go. I want to play Lies of P as well. If you guys want to watch me play some games, we can play that in a bit. I might end the stream and restart it. Just so to come up as 2 separate ones. The ambient occlusion map always looks great. I also need to pee, so be right back. If anyone shows up, tell them I died in a horrible fire. Be right back. Put my thumb in the in this. Is it closed? Is it still going? Oh. Wait, hold up. Did it cancel everything and reset it just then? I've got the new substance, and they love changing things because it's now Adobe. That was a P. That was a short poop. Then again, I probably could poop at that time. I want to bake just... Fake props, there you go. I hate when 3Ds... I hate when software in general moves things from somewhere else where they worked already. And if they do, there should be an option to change to that. I don't know. Because you could make a custom layout anyway, so... This is why I don't update software, guys. Especially when the new software doesn't really offer anything good. Like, I don't think I see any significant difference between this substance and the old one. Oh, look, guys, it's the sushi I made. Check sync. Ah, you can't get back in the timeline now. That's what I wanted. I encourage you guys to watch the VODs. What is that? That's just... This must be my old camera. See random information on my driving license. And a RAR XD. I don't like that preview. Definition HP. Right, that should work now. Nice, we're back to normal. Oh, and I should have that bottom cut off. Nice, that's more what I'm looking for. All right, so we want this to come over a tad more. 4, 5. Other way around. 3, 5. 3. Wait. The lower the number, the higher. So 3, 5, 3, 9. 3, 6, 5. Yeah, that's about it. We want to make sure when we've got paint on this too. We want to deselect this. So in this scenario, you're never going to be seeing this part because you're viewing it from here. So I really, really couldn't care less that when you look underneath it, the bulb's actually floating. There's like no casing for the bulb. That's fine. Paint on this one. What I could actually do is not have the paints. Will this work? Have a folder of that in there. White mask that. Take away everything we don't want. And now... Oh, we've got this thing on. And now... Have you tried your new lighthouse? Lighthouse? You mean like room? Now, because we have it in a folder instead of painting them separately, they will work as one. So I could paint here and here simultaneously. Simultaneously? I hear people say both. Oh! Are they called lighthouses with the Oculus? I thought that was the other ones for that. I have not. It's still over there. I've not been on my computer too much lately, to be honest. I've kind of just been doing other things. I've been enjoying life. Not working's great. I wasn't as obsessed with working as some people I worked with. Some people I worked with were literally told by friends, like, we haven't seen you in ages, and you haven't you haven't even messaged us in ages, and you look great now because you were so stressed at work. I was like, yeah, I wasn't that bad. Work was still hard, not to put that down. We're in a very awkward situation at work. We were, sorry, in a very awkward situation at work. We are no longer working there, so we're not in that situation anymore. I won't go over it because, but it's good now. Any work's stressful at times. At the end of the day. With like the work we do, we're always gonna have stressful times where it's gonna be like, oh, it's a deadline and this kind of stuff. It's just how it is. There's actually something I notice a lot more these days on I see a lot on LinkedIn, and don't get me wrong, I'm all for like employee rights and everything. It sounds like this is going to go a terrible direction. With that said, I literally don't know what you're doing. I just clicked the live for no reason. Heck yeah, you did. Hello, my friend. For some reason, my stream keeps getting recommended to people who aren't even artists or game developers. Is this one of those cases? We're just painting stuff right now. What's the direction of the pattern down here? Well, this part, if you think this part doing it top down would be easier, probably right. Which direction is it going to be? It's that way? Yes. Oh, you know what? I should start with this just to make sure. Where's my pen? It's be so much easier with a pen. Pen? Oh, there you go. Hey, thanks, man. You look great, though. We're doing the fun part, which is texturing. Although some of this is going to get very tedious soon, because we need to draw reflections. Well, not reflections, we need to draw sheen. For those of you who've not seen the sheen I've done so far, this. We need to draw this. And I have to do it for every single thing on the wall. Everything that's supposed to be glass. That's going to be very fun. I wonder if I could do it all at once, though. That might be the better way to do it and save me a lot of time. Because at the end of the day, with production... Because, like, if it's your own personal project, texturing is not the fun part. What is wrong with you? This is like the... What? That's like holding a model and being like, oh, this part's boring. Like, painting, airbrushing, stuffing. To be fair, I know you're not really into texturing, so obviously you're going to say that. But texturing's like the funnest part. I want this to be... Gee, close seconds, UV. What is wrong with you? You know what? If you write UV mapping... I literally wrote UV mapping for some reason on Google, and one of the results was literally, why is UV mapping so boring? I keep getting bite marks. Bite marks. Oh. Which modeling program do you know, and what's the best in your opinion? I know very little bit about 3ds Max. I know Maya, and I know Blender. I can't determine whether or not 3ds Max or Blender's better, but I can tell you that Blender is superior to Maya, and I don't care what anyone says. Unless you're an animator, Maya just does not come with the amount of freedom and tools Blender comes with. Blender allows some... Like, I think you could just settle that argument by saying Blender has a modifier shelf. I think Maya has just become archaic. It's just... Maya... No... Modifier shelf. Oh yeah, they're called shelves at the top. No modifiers? Does Maya have modifiers? Maya process the effects of modifiers from the bottom of the... What? Wait. Maya has a stack now? Does it? No, Maya doesn't have modifiers. Okay. I think they were talking about 3ds Max in that response. Yeah. Like, there's a problem. When you don't have something like modifiers like 3ds Max and Blender has, I instantly consider the software a lot more basic. And for newer people trying to learn software, Maya might be the way to go. Because a lot of stuff you need in Maya is just sort of in your face. And if you don't know terminology, Blender can be very difficult. Because if you know what things are called in Blender, and you can't remember the shortcut, that's fine. Because if you type it in, it will tell you what it is. S, for example. Then I want to push S, I can scale. Or you can push F3 and type it and scale. If you know what something's called, you can just type it in Blender. And I think a lot of people sleep on that. Because a lot of people just say, oh, it's impossible to find things in Blender. And if you say to some people... Wait, I just realized that Mega Comment said, you look great now that you don't have any income. Thank you. I know that was to do with the comment about my friend looking great, but thank you. Yeah, I think people really sleep on the fact that you can just type it in Blender. Because I've heard people say, oh, Blender sucks because I don't know how to insert an edge loop. I'm like, did you type in insert edge loop? No. Type it in, it'll come up. Oh, but I didn't know how to bevel. To be fair, you can guess it's B. But if you don't know it's B, it's like, did you type in bevel? Oh, it won't come up because I'm not selecting edit mode. So you got to be in edit mode. So that's one caveat. But edit mode, bevel, and you'll see bevel. And you'll even see the bevel vertices. I think Quixel's cool. I think Mixer's cool. I think Substance Painter is superior. As much as I wish it wasn't. Yeah, right? Moderate with the graph, it's a bit icky. It's just... I don't know how Maya is still considered, like, to a lot of people better than Blender. Like, Maya versus... And I really wish people would actually make opinionated freaking arguments on it. You look up a video, it's like, so, the best software is whatever whatever works for you. I'm not here for you to tell me It's up to my own opinion. I'm here so you can tell me your opinion or what you think is better. I hate those videos. I didn't sit for a 20-minute video for you to eventually just tell me they're both great and I should pick which one I prefer. I'm trying to figure out which one I would prefer by watching you. People do sleep on Max. I find that crazy. Maya's definitely worse than Max, in my opinion. At the end of the day, it's still opinion-based, but when you compare the raw, like, tools in both, what does this guy say at the end?
Strive to use the best tool for the job, or the tool they are most comfortable with because they prefer the way Blender works, and how to achieve certain results on it. Whatever you choose, don't feel obligated to get shackled to it. These are tools and we should strive to use the best tool for the job, or the tool we are most comfortable with that can still get the job done. Do you want to know if Blender is industry standard? Check out this video and the follow-up video on why people
You could have just said yes or no. What? Usually most videos are just like, it's whatever you think's better. I'm like, I don't. Just tell me what's the best. Best software is the one that's not crashing every 2 minutes. Yeah, so don't use Maya, because flipping. Or Unreal 5.2 keeps crashing on me a lot. I like how whoever's just joined has just heard me complain about software. Fun stream. Professional streamer, by the way. Oh, I didn't put the little. There's a little like light. I don't want to model that. To be fair, something I'm really missing that I forgot about. Lance. I somehow didn't even realize those were there. You know what? We'll model those now. I think. I don't know how I'm going to tackle the actual leafy parts yet. You have 80k channel points. Oh my lord. What can you use those for? Do I need to make something for what you can use them for? Because I will. Tea. Oh, I can really taste it at the bottom. Okay, so we'll model the... Heck yeah. We're going to do like 8. Oh, so for those of you who didn't know, I did a game jam recently. And I really enjoyed what it looked like. I can actually show you it. You can do that. You can highlight your comments. Oh my lord. When Epic Launcher wants to load, I'll load it up. That was 100. So you can do that 800 times? Wait. Yeah. Oh, that's not the right way. Or was it? Or was it? No, it wasn't. Sorry. By the way, have you seen this game? Have you seen this man? Is this something you posted in chat yesterday? The one that you said looks like Hat in Time? Because if so, no, I haven't seen it. And I'm glad you sent me the link again because I didn't get a chance yesterday to look at it. Is the music reminding you of Hat in Time? Because it should. Alright, let's mark seam. Mark it on the... Wait, where am I? I'm here. Mark it on the back. Mark it on the back. You know what I find really interesting about 3D? It's surprising how much faster you go when you're making something you really want to make. And I know that sounds like really weird, especially when you work for companies where you're making all their stuff. But it's true. It's quite insane how much faster you will be when working on something you're actually passionate about. And at the end of the day, you're not always going to be passionate about work you're doing for a company. That's just how it is, right? And then, like, it's like when you work at freaking Lidl's, when I was at Lidl's, and you'd be like, oh, we want everyone to put a smile on their face, we want everyone to be happy to be here. And to be fair, they never actually said that at Lidl's, which was nice of them. And it's just like, you can't expect people to be passionate about everything they work on. And it's the same with 3D, right? Like, You can put effort in, but it doesn't mean you're passionate about it. And that's fair enough. You can't as long as your employees, I'm not saying anywhere I've worked has ever done this. I'm just saying in general. For example, I worked for a German company, and they were very adamant about being passionate on stuff. And it's just like, it's quite shocking how some people don't realize that it's completely fine. It is fine if you're not fully passionate on something, because it's not about whether or not you're passionate. It's about if you get the work done. As long as you get the work done, it doesn't matter, right? It is funny when they do that in retail, though. It's just like, my guy, I don't know what you want me to say. Woo, I'm glad I'm stacking a shelf. I'll watch that video in just a second, sorry. I think it's down to money. How much are you spending PA on having these applications? I think if money was no object, then having most of the top apps in your pocket would be beneficial. Oh, yeah, 100%. I think that's the thing that annoys me the most about being a 3D artist, is it's also a part of how big your wallet is. If you're sitting there, admittedly, Blender's so good and it's free, but let's say Blender was terrible, right? Like how some free software is. If you're sitting there and you're using GIMP for your texturing, so not a dedicated 3D modeling texturing software because you haven't got the money. You've got Mixer now, actually, as well. Again, let's say years ago when these didn't exist, you'd be using GIMP and you'd be using Blender. We're going to pretend Blender's a bad software. So GIMP, Blender, and then you're going to be rendering in Blender because you've not got access to something else to rendering. Again, Unreal's free, but let's pretend that's not existing. You are locked off to making things looking good. Now, luckily, we've got Unreal that's free. We've got Blender that's free. And we've still not got free good texturing software right now, so you're still forced to have stuff like Substance Paint. Now, oh no, you've got Mixer. So if you know how to bake curvature and stuff in Blender, you can then swap that. You can then go over to Mixer and just use Mixer. So you can do all of it for free now, but it does suck, especially like about 5 to 10 years ago. If you saw people's work, 3D artists' work in universities, like when I was in university, or a year before me, it was so much worse than just a couple of years afterwards because Substance Painter came out. And the people that were able to afford Substance Painter, their work just skyrocketed. Because no matter what anyone tells you, Substance Painter does do most of the work for you. That's just factual. That's just how it is. Yeah, that as well, yeah. It's discipline. You do it anyways because the good such fun times outweigh boring, not as exciting projects. Yeah. But it's just like... Oh, let me watch that video in a second. But it's just like... I just never get the idea that any job thinks you need to enjoy it to be good at the job. Maybe it's because they've heard that thing where it's like, oh, if you make employees happy, they work better. But you can't walk up to an employee and tell them you have to be happy. That's not how productivity works. Yes, when people are happier, they tend to be more productive. No, you do not need to be happy to be productive. And on top of that, you can't force your employees to be happy or to be passionate. Yeah, Blender sculpting. Some people are really good at Blender sculpting, so I've got to give credit where it's due. Right, let's check this. Playlist. This is loud. At least in my ears. Oh, this already looks awesome. Oh, he's got like a mouth that's different drawings.
My stuff, are we? Well, that's not very nice.
Oh, how did they do that, actually? I feel like a game like this needs really, really good animations to really stand out. That already looks good. I'm not going to judge it because I didn't see much gameplay, but that looks good. I love games like that. It's very similar to working out. You love doing it, but not all the time. I never like working out. I literally went for a workout earlier. I said this to people before, because people don't seem to comprehend that some people feel differently during workouts. And I've had people say to me, oh, yeah, but you feel better during and after a workout. No, I don't. I just feel tired and worn out. Yeah, but you feel more pumped. No, I don't. Yeah, but you get more energy. No. I feel more tired. I don't feel good after or during a workout. I never have. And I never will. But I do it because it's good for my body. I enjoy listening to music while doing it, and it makes the experience not bad. It's definitely not I wouldn't say it's a hugely negative experience, but I definitely don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy any of it. I don't enjoy the workout. I enjoy how I look after losing weight. I enjoy knowing that I'm probably healthier. I literally went to the doctor's hospital recently, and as always, except from being told I need my tonsils removed, as always, every other thing with me, my lungs, my breathing, blood pressure, weight, everything they tested, they were like, they literally said, your results are amazeballs. Because for some reason, I've always been relatively healthy, even when I was a little bit bigger. Yeah, that is different person to person. My mum's experienced the same thing, not getting energy from it and that kind of stuff. I just feel better. Don't get me more energy, I wouldn't say. So that's fair enough. But I've had some people just adamant that I'm clearly doing something wrong because I am not feeling the way they feel. Like, no. Everyone feels different. Some people are going to feel better during and after exercises. Some people aren't. That's just how it is. Heck, some people love stepping out of bed in the morning. Do you know how I look in the morning? I was going to lay in my bed and show you, but there's too much stuff in it. But I'm just like... And I'm getting out of bed just like... Freaking, I'm a night person. Everyone feels different. Yeah, it's just how it is. Because she asked me about how I feel after this. Yeah, I wish I could feel better. That would be very helpful. But you know what? I've got benefits in other areas. I like working on projects. I like sticking to a project and getting it done, right? Some people can't do that. Some people a quarter of the way through the project and they drop it because they just don't have that motivation to push themselves forward. I enjoy keeping at a project. There's a lot of self-gratification. That's not a word. Gratification. There's self-satisfaction when I know I finished a project. Gratification. There's gratification, self-gratification when I'm working more and more on a project and getting it to the point where it's looking finished. Where some people they might still get that, but they can't push themselves to that level. Everybody's different. I can't say to someone they're doing what they're doing wrong because at the end of the day, if they're doing it exactly the way I'm doing it, it's just how they feel about it. I feel $1 million after using my treadmill, and it's directly... Hello. Oh, is that how you spell Raphael? So I'm terrible with names. Pronouns. Raphael. Anyways, hello. How's it going? Remember myself to use a treadmill. Oh, let me read what I'm sorry said. I've been ignoring that for a while. Learning something is so much easier and faster if you do something you are interested in. Yeah. I used to Google how to learn Unreal Engine. Now I just look up what I want to know. It gets stuck in your head and it can be used later for something else, and that's the learning process. Yeah, exactly. I feel like more people should know this, but see, that's the problem with me. I have been told by a lot of people for the years that I'd probably been a very good programmer. I find programming so mind-numbingly boring that I probably wouldn't have been able to learn it even if I tried, because I would have just got so bored. It's just words. This sounds really mean to programmers, but I mean, it is, right? It's just words. You write words in a way that causes an action to happen that you now see on the screen. The end result's cool. The production side is so boring to me. I just can't do it. Whereas in 3D art, I'm always seeing progression. When I'm modeling something, I'm getting enjoyment out of the whole process. And don't get me wrong, programmers get enjoyment out of the whole process as well. I just know I don't. Process, sorry. Whereas in 3D modeling, I get enjoyment out of the whole thing. Programming is a rush, nothing quite like it. Yeah, I just don't get that. That's the nerdiest stuff I've ever heard. It's just, yeah, it's just a enigma to me. I just can't. I would never be able to find enjoyment out of something like that. I literally said to my programmer friends, because they were like, because I've worked with them and they seem to think I'm very good at problem solving and getting things working. And they said to me, oh, you should have done, like, why didn't you do programming or stuff like this? Should be a programmer, blah, 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 blah. And I just said, if I, I said, if I would have become a programmer, I'd have probably killed myself. By now, sorry. Bit of a harsh comment, but I mean, well, I would say it's true. I probably wouldn't have killed myself, but I was trying to be very, very forward with how I find programming, and it's not entertaining even a little bit for me. It was a very funny reaction from them, though, after I said that. They're like, damn. But equally, they don't enjoy 3D modeling. So it's the same boat, really. We all enjoy different things. Yeah, see, that's the only part I would ever find entertaining, is that compiling and it working. Like, and I just don't, for me, that's just not enough for me to find enjoyment in. Because for me, that's just one action, one thing. It's like one thing that's entertaining about it, really. A bit taller. So that goes about there. Then this one is literally just a cylinder. I assume they're roughly... Well, they don't need to be in the same spot. I'll put it roughly in the same spot. I won't actually put it in the same spot. We can always adjust it in a minute to see if that actually looks right or wrong. So about there. I say same spot. What I mean is same X coordinates. Words. Cool. So we've got that one and that one that's hanging up over there. You know what? Have I got... I do. Cool, I can see it in the back. Oh, wow. Okay, so they are much lower. Yeah, I guess it is pretty close to that. I mean, I could pull it back, like pull it here, then pull it forward. No, I can't pull it forward, really, because he's in the spot. Yeah, I mean, it goes there, so that's about right. We'll have it there just because it's a little bit of a better spot. We'll pull you up. So what could I do here? Do that and pull it forward, and I can't really pull it forward, so that's fine. Got to go. Start work at 7. Have a good stream. You too, my friend. All right, how the heck are we doing these plants? Are we trying to make a mesh out of it? I don't really know where I'd start on that. Or we're going to use foliage cards, which would probably be significantly easier, but it won't look the same. We get a completely different look. So I'm not sure right now. My friend, I forgot these existed. Literally, when I was looking at the scene. Wait, did I say have a good stream? I mean, good. I always find it really funny when you reply back with you two. Oh, did I reply back with you two? Yeah, I like doing that. Yeah, my friend, I went, oh, I didn't even realize that. I didn't realize these were there. I completely forgot. And he was like, no, you didn't forget. I was like, what? He's like, you didn't forget. Like, you probably had something in mind, and you've just you forgot that you had something in mind that you were going to do. And I was sitting there like, no. I didn't say this, but I was like, no, I definitely forgot. I was thinking, thank you for the confidence, but I 100% forgot this was here. See, this isn't going to work like this, is it? Like, how would I then start making the other bits? I could model it, sculpt it. I am modeling. This is such a weird shape. No, I suppose it around the middle. Like what I could do technically is just make a lot of separate pieces and then merge them at the end. All of these thick pieces, and then we'll isolate this out so I can actually model around it. Then we do like another one from here, and this was like fatter at the bottom, so we pull that down. Maybe even pull this back. Do this, pull this down over here. It's a bit more pinched towards the top. We're gonna this. Do I delete the backs off them? They come into a spot. Yeah, more like that. And then in the middle, we could always do like it's like this shape that they go into. So it's that. Grab this, this. Do something like this, so they're all coming from a spot, right? So now we've got something to actually work with. We'll pull this across, I think. You know what? I find it really funny the types of different anime interests there are. And one that I will never enjoy. And I don't enjoy any medium of those. Actually, you know what? That's actually something really interesting that I want to talk about. I find it interesting that people will watch certain types of anime, but won't watch live action version of it in like Western media. For example, slice of life or romance or even romantic comedies. I know people who watch and love romantic comedy animes. And there's nothing against them. If that's what you like, that's what you like. However, what I find very weird is they like the anime, but they would never watch a Western version of it. They won't watch if I was like, oh, do you want to watch a live action rom-com? They'd say no, I don't like those. They're terrible. I think they're awful. I'm like, but you're fine watching anime? That's the same thing. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe some people are going to tell me crazy. No, it's so different. But I find that very interesting. Because the kind of anime I watch is the stuff I would watch if they made it live action. For example, One Piece. Now, I've not watched One Piece. I don't want to watch One Piece because it's such a long show. It's got like over 1,000 episodes, and I just don't feel like I'd ever. If I started watching it when I was younger, I probably would have been fine. But so far gone that it'd be very hard for me to want to watch today. But the live action came out, and I gave it a go, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was a very good show, and I would watch the anime too. And I find it very interesting that some people just won't watch live action of basically the exact same genre. Maybe you guys can give me some insight to why that is. See, I'm thinking this is still a bad way to do it. You want to smooth it. 1 second. Let's move all of them at once. Okay, cool. And then I just make it all like that. I think that's a really bad way to do it. I think the best way would just to do it the normal way. I actually have a model laying around somewhere where I could repurpose it. I'm pretty sure I have a model that I could repurpose somewhere. I need to do the string that holds them up too. Starlight leaves are actually pretty easy to make. One Piece is a W, but not for everyone for sure. Oh yeah, 100%. Oh, has it just turned off? But my point is more to do with the it's the fact that some people will watch a genre in anime but refuse to watch that genre in Western television. Like saying I only watch superhero shows that are anime, but I won't watch a superhero show or a superhero movie here. And it's not the fact that they'll say that, they're like, no, I hate them. Like, really? I know it's different media, but I still feel like it hits the same storytelling points. Oh. Oh no, we don't have a spare plug. Actually, I think there's one. There we go. Oh, have I not replayed my music? Or have we just been sitting here in silence? Oh, it's not been shuffling. I was gonna say I've only been hearing. This kind of sounds like the same music. Is it here? This has to be loading shaders. Oh. Yeah, we could use that. I'm just trying to think the best way to achieve these leaves. I could model leaves, but that's a bit of a different thing. I have one of those friends who also can't watch a show in different language. He said it sounds so weird. You know what? Oh, actually, he can't. As in, he watches it only in Japanese and says he can't watch things in English anymore. Or, because you know what? I really like dubbed. I don't know if that's what you're going to refer to. I really like dub. I watch most of my. If I want to watch anime, I mostly watch it in dub. And people are like heathen, like I hate it. I'm like, what is good? Like, I don't know what voice acting other people have been watching in anime, but voice acting is fine these days. Bro, I am struggling to figure how I want to make this. The problem is like off stream, I might go, oh, I know exactly how I want to make this. But sometimes during stream, I'm just like so bamboozled. That I'm just like, I don't know, it's just awkward. Wait, we want one in the middle. We want these. This. We want this to be more towards the back, and then do this. Yes. We want it to be much larger, wider. We want to merge any overlaps, and we want to put one in the middle. We're going to put one in the middle so we can do this and have a bent leaf. Now we've got kind of a leaf. And then we could bend it whichever sort of way we want. Now, I technically could actually do this with a curve as well. I've never done what you are doing. Could you explain? I'm trying to do leaves, and I don't really know the best way to do it. The best way to actually do it would be to actually get a physical shape that looks like that, but I can't comprehend. Oh, actually, I have one other idea that might work. So if we get a cube and we generalize, so let's subdivide it a couple times, and we generalize where it needs to be, right? Then I grab here and we'll isolate this so I'm not got stuff in my way. What did you miss? A lot. You missed everything. I announced that I'm no longer going to be streaming. Right, and we do something like this, and then this part. So we get the generalized shape. The generic shape. That's probably the way to put it. Like so. Yeah, and it gets, like, more puffed out over here and here, like that. Cool. And then at the bottom here, it obviously needs to come up. Actually, it's fine like that. Not bad. Cool. Then what we can do, maybe only one for now. And then we start modeling that around the shape, right? So we got this part to come. So if we subdivide that again like this, do this. Finally free from these shackles. And then we've got parts to come over the top, which I'll grab in a minute. And then we've got like this part that's obviously going to need to be thinner. And it comes out like this. But you've got these parts that come out as a separate mesh. Now, how would I do that? Just like this? Maybe I'll just do this. So when I get the subdivide, I grab them in a minute. So I've no idea if this is going to work, but this actually feels... This is the best way I've got so far. So we need to pull all of this in. This actually should be coming way further in anyway. So is the 3D modeling like on shape, or is it purely virtual? Virtual? I assume that's what you mean. Wait, have you never done 3D modeling in general? I may have gone a little too specific in what I was doing with my answer. Oh, you have? Okay. And we want to grab these parts. So we want one part to come out like this, and one's come out like this. These parts need to be down. And we've got a part that comes out like this. Then we got a bit that comes out like here. Yeah, I'm just generalizing the shape at the moment and seeing what we can actually make. Using this. We've got like a part that comes out here. Yeah, that's looking like the shape. We need to subdivide again. And divide again. I need to start grabbing some more out. So like this. You always optimize the parts we're not fully utilizing later, but I'm going to probably be subdividing this quite a few times. We've got that part there. We want to pitch these parts together. We could always do that to make it sharper. There you go. This part needs these parts pulled up, and then this part needs to come down like that, like it's a leaf coming over. So I'm more doing it like this is because this is kind of how it looks like in the model. On the drawing. Otherwise, I would just use the sort of generic method of doing it. But I'm curious how well we can do it like this. Down here, we need to make sure we're separating 3 separate leaves out. What I could do is I could always do like a relax as well in a minute to make things a little bit nicer. I don't need to do that right now though, I don't think. I have not done this. No, this is a wacky way to do it. Very, very wacky. Okay. We want to pop that up. How do you make it look more defined? Do you have tutorials on your page? No, I've never really modeled like this, quite like this before. This is a very unique thing I'm doing right now. Usually, I'm usually more hard surface, so like, this is just how I'm tackling it. I have some tutorials here and there, but I don't tend to have modeling tutorials just because I think a lot of other people have better tutorials, and I don't want to saturate YouTube with more tutorials that I don't think are too necessary. Okay. We're getting there. So what I could be doing here as well is going into modeling. You've only messed with fusion. Oh, okay. What I could be doing here is going into sculpt. I can actually paint on the surface. Or draw on the surface. So let's draw sharp. I want pinch. Grab. That's going to be useful. Grab. There we go. Can I not grab that? There you go. Yeah, that's pretty good. When you make video game models, everything is fair game. Trust me. There's no wrong way to 3D model when it comes to video games. As long as you get the overall shape when you're done, that's what it matters. It's got to be forward here like that. And then we've got like bits that go over here, pull into here, and then we've got like the leaf coming out here. We've got one leaf coming out all the way here, which we want to pull back over here. I could be doing this with my pen as well, which might be a bit easier. I'm not really too fast because we're not doing anything that defined, so I can use the mouse. We're just grabbing and pulling right now, which is pretty simple. Pull you out. So this isn't just pulled out. It's like, it's clearly got a bit here that pulls up like that, yeah. And this part probably actually comes in and not out. To get more like that. Yeah, like that coming in. We can make another one over here if we want. I Crash Bandicoot. It is Crash Bandicoot. Sounded like it. This program looks good for making organic models. I only make 3D prints, but this looks fun. I usually make hard surface. This is Blender. Have you not heard of Blender? Here you go. I'll show you what I've usually made. That's not what I've usually made. That's a drawing. I have made a... I did make a 5-day project on that. There you go. Whoa. That was very fun to make. Well, a little bit stressful too, because I did it in such a short time frame. But yeah, mostly I do like a much more hard surfacey stuff, like this doohickey. Is it free? Blender is a free software, yeah. You know what? This is organic though. After saying I mostly make hard surface, there are a good amount of organic stuff. I also make realistic stuff from time to time. I'm not really into making realistic stuff, but M4A1, Pog. A tank. Whoa. Tank was actually really fun. It's been a while since I made something like that. Oh, we also got this car. This is the latest. Oh no. Latest, hardest realistic thing I've probably made. But I mostly do stylize and I mostly make environments. We've even got The Simpsons. How hard is it to get into? I have been doing it since I was 13, so for 15 years. But most of my time in that time hasn't been dedicating it to it fully. I got dedicated into doing 3D when I was about 19. I'm 29 now, so about 10 years. Have you seen the new Futurama season? I've not. This is actually my more up-to-date Simpsons one. So I didn't really like that angle. There's a lot of orange in this scene. That's probably my favorite shot. That looks really nice. This is a good shot too. And then probably this scene. Which has like a train coming. Whoa. The train goes away. Oh, it's already gone. That was fast. Whee. But now I'm making this scene at the moment, which if I show you Substance Painter, you can see I'm getting much closer to getting this finished. Raja. Hardest thing to learn. I mean, that's always down to personal preference, but I would probably say the texturing side, and then a close second is presentation. Not texturing side, sorry, modeling side. Modeling and then presentation. Modeling is something that like gets easier the more you know it, right? For example, right now, like everything in the scene was pretty easy to 3D model. So it depends very much on what you're making. But equally, it also comes down to how far you're along with it. But as soon as you sort of get decent enough at 3D modeling, you get to a point where you can kind of model anything within reason. So yeah, it's I would say probably 3D modeling at the start, and then probably realistic texturing. Or just presentation in general, because it's really hard to get some scenes looking good. That looks weird, but it's kind of what I'm looking for. I want to retopologize it at the end and see what it looks like. So we actually got a part that sort of sticks out here, but I might subdivide first. Can I apply this now? I can. We're going to apply another subdivide. Yep. We're going to start pulling parts back and getting separate leaves coming out. We've got one that comes out. Damn, still not enough. I wonder... To be fair, I could probably draw that and not do what I'm doing. Like some of the leaves that are sort of more at the back could probably be drawn. Where's the smooth? Elastic deform. Wow. Draw, clay. Clay's always good. Oh, so that looks like a smooth. That's not what I want. What was that? That is just clay. Clay, layer, inflate. Inflate's always useful. I think maybe now we will try to do a retopologize it. Save what we got. Where is it? We'll turn you off. I thought it was here. Geometry data. Remesh. Is it remesh? Voxel remesh. Probably not quite what I want. Is it quads then? Max number of faces. What is it? 1000. So we'll say max number of faces 2000. Reserve sharp. Reserve mesh boundaries. Yeah. Pretty good. Got some awkward areas here that didn't do very well. Let's do 4000. So what's the... Oh, sorry, I read that. Is the newest season of Futurama good? What's your opinion? That's probably better to work with. I'm not too fussed about being too high poly on this, because we're just making a weird shape right now. Oh, wait, we're on inflate. We want grab. I also want pinch. Grab. Where's the pinch? Bum? There's not a pinch tool? Oh, cloth is always cool. Whoa. Now it looks like it's made of cloth. Actually, it's really cool. We do not want it to look like it's made of cloth, though, so... can I do a vertice smooth, then, right? Not the button I meant. Vertice smooth. There you go. Cool. Now, let's get back into sculpting, and let's start grabbing the areas we want to pull out more. We're probably close enough already with what we want pulled out, but we'll keep going. Pinch. That's kind of working. Have you made anything cool you can show us, GTG? Also means got to go. Let's grab. So we want another leaf that comes off here. How do you do Dynamesh in Blender? Is that a thing? Blender Dynamesh. Part 4, a minute long. Cool, let's go.
Now, just like in ZBrush, right, you snake hook, you pull, and then things get really, really nasty. That's normal. Don't freak out. It's okay. How would I Dynamesh this? To Dynamesh, and this is actually a really cool feature inside of Blender, it's not called Dynamesh, it's called Voxel Remesh, which is up here, but we're not going to play with any of that. We don't need it. So I'm going to press Shift R, and then you'll notice I get this grid. So I can hover my stylus left and right, and all this is doing is it's essentially going to make my faces
I didn't get a grid.
that size. So this is a nice way to visualize what I'm going to get. ZBrush does not have this. So let's say I wanted to go like that. Each polygon roughly like that. I have to actually confirm the voxel remesh, which would be Control R, and now it has done that voxel remesh at a lower resolution. So let's press Control Z, undo that. Let's do a different size. So Shift R to visualize, and let's make
I don't get that. Oh, it's tiny topo. Wait. Generate modified texture keeping. Oh wait, let me rid of the modifier. That does not look like it's dynameshing at all. Look how sharp it is. If we did that and then remeshed again. Okay, so it's kind of working. But I didn't like the voxel one very much. Should I be doing the voxel one? Hold on. It doesn't look too bad. That's the voxel one. What was the other one again? That one. Yes. I've always wanted to make animal models. That's cool. Do you know how to do depth like eyes? They look around, but they have deep qualities. Not fully sure what you mean. Unfortunately, I'd like to say I do, but I don't quite know what you mean by that. So we do a subdivide here. Hold on a minute. Object mode. There you go. Subdivide. Boom. Cool. Yes. Let's try to make more of the shape. The problem is I should have been pulling these way more out up here, actually. Back in sculpting, we need it. We need like all of this coming out. There you go. Because it's like one big leaf. And then you've got like your little small leaf over here. Comes out. Yeah, like that. Yeah. It comes out, but it definitely needs to come down. Cool. We also got one that comes out here. And we'll remesh all of this when we can. So I'm going to pull bits out that I want, and then we'll remesh it. I'm not really, like I said, I'm not really this type of artist who does organic stuff, but we'll see. We'll see where we go. So this comes in like here, and it clearly gets sort of very in here. But then you get like this big bulbous leaf come out, like over here. Bulbous. Like so. Now again, I don't mind this not looking like leaves. It's just going to be something that you see from a distance. I just want the generic shape to be here. They have a round shape in the middle. There's a... Oh! Yeah. So you basically want like... If you're talking about modeling anyway, the way an eyeball usually is you have your... You know what, we'll do 64. 64 by 32. So on a sphere is actually really useful because if you tilt it this way, basically get what would be the center of your eye here. So the way that the center of your eye works is it usually gets to where your iris sort of goes, and then it's like inverted. It actually looks more like that. And then you'll have an outer layer that's like the shiny part. What I should have done first actually is duplicate this. You have that part a little bit bigger. You'll have this part do what I just did, where it's basically inverted. Is like this. So you'll have that layer on top, and then this layer will be shiny and reflective, so you can see the underlayer. And then it's about hand painting the textures in substance. I can kind of show that now. Have we got a white thing? We don't. Let me do one that's white. You get like your white one. So this isn't actually, I'm not texturing right now. What I'm doing now is I'm just assigning separate materials, but just to demonstrate, I think it's something like this, right, for your iris. What's like this? Something. Because your eye is just a hole, right? And you get your color. That's a thick iris. Jesus. Maybe only like there then. And then you get your people in the center, which should obviously be another color that's black. And then what you can do is you can attach all that to an empty. And if you give it a constraint, constraint, that kind of works. It happens to be the wrong way around. Oh, now you can have it move towards the looking at side. And if you duplicated that, they both look at it. Whoa. But what you can do on top of that is instead of doing that, you put this in front. Let me. I don't know why it's doing it like reverse, but it's fine. You put that in front. I need the coordinates of this. Let's just put it like 5, 5, 5, so it's out the way. Five, 5, 5. Go over here. Wait, is it still got a constraint? No. So what you do is you duplicate. Oops. Duplicate this. Make another one. You put that in between both of them. You set that to that and then do a constraint. Set that to that. Do a constraint. So now they both look at this. Whoops. Because eyeballs tend to not directly look at one. Like if you're looking around places, they sort of look straight in that place. So they'll do something more like this. And then you can basically parent these guys to this. And then boom. So that's how you'd set up like the rigging for it. Looks like using diffusion. Blender's a very when you know how to use Blender, it's a very quick software. So yeah, now you got like proper moving eyeballs. Whoa. I showed how to do that. I'm pretty sure there's a tutorial really, really long ago on my channel. Let's check. That shows you how to do that. Back way before I know how to be good at actually art. How to make eye and rig it. Yeah, there you go. Well, look at that pupil. This was 11 years ago. And I basically showed the exact same thing by the end that should look the same. Oh, I attached it to bones instead of empties. Yep, look, get the one at the front. Then you parent it with the one at the front. Object parent. Oh, yeah. Go on. Select it. Stop talking. Not with automatic weights. I don't need to do that. Bone? Oh, bone parent white. It's bone. And boom, we've got eyeballs. So 11 years later, I just showed how to do the same thing. Let's get back over here with this weird shape. Not all your models are going to be winners, so I'm sitting here thinking maybe this won't work, but we're in high hopes. We're in high hopes. This comes all the way over here. Like I should be way bigger. Then you've got like another layer. This layer's like all the way down here. Look a bit more like it. What it needs to be doing is pulled up here, so it goes up like this. And this part needs to be, yeah, so we've got like a bit coming out here. This part comes back out like this. We've got like a little one over here. This. Gonna pop this out over here so it actually got some shape where we don't actually see it on the image, but it's fine. Fan that out, pull this over, sharpen this in, pull that out, pull that out. This part's actually wider. What I need to do is reduce. I should probably have the strength higher. Pull this in. Need to definitely modulate it again so we get some better geometry. That is creepy, lol. Could you export those to 3D print files? Yeah, you can use Blender to export to 3D print. From what I'm aware, anyway. I actually want to learn to 3D print. Because I would like to eventually 3D print my assets. Because I think that would be awesome. Imagine all the stuff I make, but I get to 3D print them. How sick would that be? I sound very sarcastic right now for some reason. I don't mean to sound sarcastic. This is just going to be set back like this. We just want this to give a bit of a separate geometry like that. Yeah, we're definitely getting more of a shape now. I think I may have pulled these out a little too far. So, like, this could be pulled out. This could be pulled up. This sort of the same thing. Pulled out, pulled up. We want one shape coming straight off of this. That pulled way up, cross. This actually goes into its own thing, so I can do that. Pull this out separately. So this is much more rounder and plump. This part here just needs to look like a sharp bit coming off. Similarly with next to it, sharp bit. Off. This one needs to be higher, this one needs to be lower. A bit more plump. More close to the surface. So we need to make that gap between them sharper, like that. Cool, we're getting there. This part looks like it comes out like here, so we just want... Wow. Like... Yeah, a bit... Oh, it's actually much harder than I thought it would be. Actually, it's more here, what I'm talking about. It's like here. Yeah, like that. There you go. Cool, that comes down like that. See, what I've done here is kind of annoying. I've made it way lower than it should be. So if I grab all of this, let's try to pull that up without destroying too much geometry. We do that. Is that fine? On a minute. Let's. I know what, we could have kept it like that. It's fine. We'll just make some more geometry over here. Like, what's it? Let's see through it for a second. One, okay. I remember my friend would only use ZBrush with a mouse, so kind of like what I'm doing now. But he refused. He said he said he doesn't need a tablet, and he was good. Don't get me wrong, he was good. I'm not throwing shade, but like, yeah, it's just weird that he refused to use a tablet. Yeah, this part needs to come out. Here, let's lift that up more specifically. Down. The problem is I can't seem to get into. Oh, there you go. Like, do sound like more like that. So they grab like the tips, make it look like they're more rounded at the ends. Actually, droop. That needs to be up, bumped out. Yeah. Cool. There's got to be a smooth tool. Am I crazy? Smooth. What's that saying? So smooth. Smooth. Where is the smooth? Draw, clay. I mean, clay looks like it smooths it, but it's not really what I want. It just look like it destroys the mesh. I mean, that's probably fine, to be fair, like that. Remesh. Yes. That would be awesome. You can paint and texture your 3D prints. There are even electro plating stuff you can do for metal looking stuff. Yeah, I'd want to literally paint it all by hand, like you just said. I think that'd be so fun. So is this subdivided? It is. So that subdivided, we look like that. We probably want to keep a subdivide. I think that should work. Yeah, that looks fine. I mean, this definitely needs to come down. Hold a minute. Grab. Pinch. Grab. This part definitely needs to come down over here. It needs to actually come down to like a point. This is fine like this, but I kind of want it a bit thinner. This over here is kind of fine. Let's pull it down, I think. A bit more like that. Here... definitely looks like it's supposed to be doing that. Here, I forgot to finish. So this part's supposed to be down, this part's supposed to be up. It's supposed to be like a separate thing entirely. So if we pull that part in, lump, lump you out. I'm doing it as like one mesh here, so this is like a very risky way to do all this anyway. But I kind of wanted the one mesh look because I thought it would work. So there's got to be a smooth here, right? I mean, technically what I could do is select the parts I want to smooth and then do a vertex smooth, which would do a similar thing. I didn't smooth it all, but there's got to be a tool, like a sculpt tool to smooth. I feel like that's crazy that this isn't like right at the top. Oh, crease, that's cool. Crease actually might be useful for certain areas, to be fair, like here. No, maybe not. Down. Scrape, fill, flatten, smooth. There you go. Smooth does exactly what it says. It smooths it over. Really useful for parts that we feel like we've gone a little too harsh on. We can just get a nice smoothness. A bit more here. I use ZBrush, so I know certain tools should exist in here. Problem is, there needs to be a bit coming out here. I just don't like the way this one looks. I got to go. It was a pleasure talking to you. Have a good night. Have a good one, man. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. And I hope you could be back at some point and enjoy more. That kind of rhymed. That grab. So we want to lump this part out. Pull it down like this. And put in here. Wait, why did Vinny say cheers? Cheers, mate. got some weird looking bits still. Like here looks odd. I wonder if I could fix that with a smooth. Sorry, bedtime for me. Have a go, man. Hope you also enjoyed. Maybe I won't stream playing games if everyone's going, and I'll just play some games on my own. Depends. If any of you are around, how about I stream some games? We'll do some of this, because I can make some of these look stronger in the texture anyway, so I don't mind smoothing some of these over. But it looks horrible. Am I crazy? This just looks like it's some goop. It works. I think actually that works better than I thought it would. Right, we'll do one more. We'll smooth. Here you go. We've got whatever shape that is. Now we need to UV map it. Which will probably just... Oh, that is not the shape I thought it was going to make. Okay, how about... We'll just select the parts that it's going to get covered. In fact, we can select up more than that. Probably gave it more over. Like that. Like this. Get a little hole there, but that's fine. Then I don't even need a subdivide, I don't think. How many polys is it? 3,000. Thanks for sharing. Thank you for being here. Can I smooth this? In fact, there's a tool, isn't there? Where is it? Loop tool. Circle. Yeah, look at that. It makes it like a circle instead. Very cool. It's a shame it doesn't... Oh, relax? Wait, if I select the whole thing and click relax. Whoa, that's neat. I see, now it's a circle instead, which is a little bit more easy to deal with. Very interesting. How do we... You know what if we just do a smart unwrap? How does that look? Ooh, not very good, not very good. What I need to do is find a way to unwrap it that comes away like that. Yeah, that would work. So it's a singular... Ooh, no, it won't work because I need it to... I mean, that's a good starting point. But you need it to... How does that look if I unwrap it? Ooh. That doesn't look too bad there. That looks pretty bad. Could I get another one that's like a singular line? Really work. What I kind of need to do is this. Where's this lead? Rust is over. It might still be good. We'll see. They'll end up making a couple of pieces. So the line that goes from here, what's that? Yeah, this line we kind of want to select all the way up to probably till it crosses, right? Yeah, and then we want to. Well, that's annoying. We want a clear seam. Unwrap again. That's not too bad. We can deal with that. Cool. So we got that weird shape. I haven't even started on the other one. I think that'll work. As long as we've got some flat colors on it and flat shading, I think that'll be fine. I kind of am annoyed at some of this part, actually, the more I look at it. Because this part should definitely be cutting into it more. Like so. Like... more like that, and this part needs to be hanging more over, so it actually looks more like a leaf coming off the object. This part should have definitely been way further up. I've done all this, now I'm going to remesh it. But I'm going to lose all of that cutting. I think I'll call it a day then, because no one's around. Well, I'll probably finish off some of this stuff off stream. Oof. Maybe I should have made this into separate objects is probably what I should have done, but... Okay, modeling. Jesus. Whoa, was it... What? Why did it do that so poorly all of a sudden? It, like, destroys that part entirely. What the heck's going on? The problem is they don't look leafy because obviously connected. That's something I don't really know how to overcome in the way I'm modeling it. So I definitely just come up here. Please don't break this part of the mesh all of a sudden. No, all we should do, subdivide this like twice, apply, and then do that, see what happens. Because that should hold its shape more. Yeah, there you go. Problem is now is these need to be drooping over like I did with those ones. But I could sit here hours doing this. Because the shape is less about coming out, more about drooping over. Yeah, like so. It could be out a little bit more than that. Then I need this part to basically touch them. Rub faces instead. I'll say it as well then. You know what? It's very refreshing having someone come into chat and say, yeah, I know someone the exact same way of exercise, and it's that they don't enjoy actually exercising. I hate constantly hearing from people that I'm doing something wrong just because I don't enjoy it. I'm like, no, people can not enjoy exercise. It's fine. I don't get a buzz when exercising. I don't get enjoyment when exercising. And that's fine. I do it because it's healthy for me. That's it. That's the only reason. I do it for socializing too when I used to do it years ago. I don't have anyone to go with anymore. Sad. But it's just like... we need to do a smooth vertice. Helpful. The problem here is like I don't have these parts looking like they're separated. If it was a problem with there's a lot of problems with this mesh. Let's be honest. That's not the only problem. That is a problem with the mesh that I would like to see if I can resolve. There is music playing. It just happens to be very quiet. It looks like it's shaping out again after all that. And then I'm going to mess it up again. The quadrillate just keeps, like, destroying the mesh. We'll just subdivide it and call it a day. This would be my overall mesh. There you go. This. 28,000. Maybe not. That's so high. If it was wrong. What about if I voxel it instead? Whoa. Alright, yeah. So voxel size is supposed to be low. What? What? Okay, so it doesn't like voxels. I like that. I don't know what seed means. I know what seed usually means, but in this case. Yeah, look, it just keeps destroying that part of my mesh. In fact, it's pinched it. The fact that it's made that shape is kind of annoying. Oh, no, wait. Oh, I have. What was if I do like 16,000? I mean, it's kept it. There's still some broken parts. What? Stop it. Get some help. I'll fix those broken parts. Kind of. See, what I could do now is model on top. So that's usually how you do a low poly retopologize. Well, yeah. So what you do is there's actually tools for it. Can't remember what they are now, but there's probably a plugin. I can't remember. But the easiest way to do it, just in Blender by base, is do snap to face, and basically start modeling around that. I probably want this like transparent. I don't know how to do that. You could do this. There you go. And then, yeah, you basically just model it around that. I don't think we need to do that, but we could. And yeah, areas where we think we need more insulin. And it's just like a really good way to get good topology. As you can see, that comes around there. So you do this one. Probably coming a little bit underneath like this. Lofi says as he makes pretty bad geometry just then. Oops. Can I really not? You see what I mean? I think I've not filled these faces in yet. There you go. But rich apologizing is very boring, and I do not enjoy it. So I tend to not do it. Unless I'm doing it. I've done it before in pretty sure I used the tools while at work. Yeah, and then you'll end up, when you go through doing all that, you'll end up with a mesh that replicates it, but keeps it nice and low poly. Because as we can see, there's a lot of areas here where you probably don't need all those polys. And, I mean, I could just decimate it in lots of different ways. An unsubdivide would be the easiest, where it just does that. Let's turn that up, get even less. Ooh. That's interesting how it unsubdivides. Because 2 is probably the way to go. Yeah, what is going on here? That is very interesting. But again, I don't care about the poly count, so we can keep it as high as we want. We're just making it fun. It's fine. Oh, nice. Retopologized the hole we made. Oh, sweet. That's good. One around here. That's fine, actually. I just want it to cut up a couple of times, just so it can unwrap fine. Ooh, that's not couple. Not couple. And if I mark seam there, what kind of results do we get? Yeah, that works. I could probably get all this back up. We get a ship like that. We have one plant, and I will be doing the next plant tomorrow, or whenever I'm going to stream next. That was hard enough. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream, and I will catch you tomorrow. Bye.